Welcome to my channel, where we discuss everything and all things politics, especially about the 2023 presidential election. Since after the election, especially the presidential election, a lot of people are doing a sort of postmortem about the election itself. Although we know that the election process is not still over because the process to its ending is now in court. But that has not stopped people from analyzing the the reason why the results were the way they are. But one of the things that a lot of people try to do recently, of course, it has been ongoing for some time, even before the election, is an attempt to ascribe ethno-religious motives to the Obidient movement. They try to allege and claim, albeit falsely, that the Obidient movement was propelled by religion and ethnicity. It was nothing like that at all. I think it's basically an attempt to give a dog a bad name in order to hang it. And Peter Obi tried to address this matter recently. So what I'm doing here now is to amplify his statement. And then I will tell you the real people, the real culprits, those who use religion and ethnicity to drive their own campaign during the campaign. Okay? And for you to know that the Obidient movement has nothing to do with ethnicity and religion. It's about a new Nigeria. But let us look at what Peter Obi himself have said about this issue, which he used his Twitter handle to address a few days ago. Now, before I go further on this, if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. The presidential candidate of Labour Party, Peter Obi, recently stressed that every attempt by traducers to ascribe religion or ethnic coloration to the Obidient movement will not see the light of the day. Obi, in a series of tweets on his verified Twitter handle, said there was no going back on the movement's goal of repositioning Nigeria. He wrote, "In the life of every nation, there is a turning point. For Nigeria, that time is now. A time to save Nigeria, save our democracy, and give the Nigerian youth hope." The Obidient movement has been the arrowhead in the Take Back Nigeria mission, adding that his role in the movement will be to provide leadership. He continued, "My role in the movement is that of a focal point. As I have always stressed, Nigeria remains a secular state. As such, the movement is not about my tribe or my religion, and it's not even Igbo agenda or in any way to Christianize Nigeria. My aspiration is for a new Nigeria where the children of a nobody will become somebody. A nation anchored on national interest and not sectional interest, where the entire youth from the 6 geopolitical zones will have a sense of belonging in the affairs of their country." According to him, his ambition to provide leadership for Nigeria was born out of a desire to build a united and indivisible country. Citing the happenings in Scotland, where a 37-year-old Hamza Yusuf is said to become Scotland's first minister, having won the keenly contested SNP's leadership contest. Born to Pakistani parents who emigrated in the 60s, he said, Yusuf is from the ethnic minority and a Muslim. I have always maintained that Nigerians must rise above ethnicity, religion, and sectarian politics, religion in matters of governance, and that the leadership selection process must be strictly based on character, competence, capacity, compassion. Only then shall our country flourish and our society progress. Contextually, the Scottish reality is instructive and presents us with some lessons learned and missed opportunities. Now, this is Peter Obi trying to put the record straight and cited an example of what is happening in Scotland, where a Muslim, son of a Muslim immigrant in the 60s, has now risen to the position of First Minister. And to show that it is not about religion, it is about competence, it's about who can deliver. And that Nigerian politicians are the ones who use religion, ethnicity to be able to have headway because they have nothing else to offer except those two. Those are the only yardstick through which they have a head start on any competition in the country. Now let us go straight into the allegation that people have been making, especially supporters of the People's Democratic Party presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar and supporters of All Progressive Congress presidential candidates and the INEC declared president-elect Bola Ahmed Tinubu, so that you see the real people who use ethnicity and religion, and they are the ones that are doing everything possible to demarcate the Obidient movement, even when the elections are already over, and the conclusive part of it now remains for the courts to decide. Now, even before the election, one of the most bigoted governors, ethno-religious bigoted governors in this country, was one of the first people to be talking about that peterobi is using religion to have a headway in ahead of the election. But this is the same man who believed in the ethnic superiority of his ethnic origin. This is a man who is a governor and was so insensitive to the fact that in his state, Muslims and Christians are almost at par in terms of population. Yet he deliberately marginalized the Christian population that is about 50-50 with the Muslim population in his state and insisted to run on a Muslim ticket. This is the same man that will tell you that Peter Obi is running on religion. But he is the one that runs on religion. He is the one that promotes ethnic superiority in his state. If you see the way he swagger when he walks, the way he talks down on people, is all from the mentality of ethno-religious superiority. Yet he's the one among those who will tell you that Peter Obi and his Obidient movement are driven by religion and ethnicity. This is how hypocritical many of these people are. It's unfortunate, but at least with videos like this, we have to set the record straight so that people will know the truth, and the truth will set them free if they really want to be free. Because we are in this country where people like lies because they don't want the truth, even when it is standing right in front of them. Now, let us look at and this governor I'm talking about, he is one of the staunchest promoters of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who epitomizes ethno-religious movement and political party that APC represent, they will be the first person to tell you that peterobi goes to churches. Go to churches. But they are the ones that used religion to campaign seriously as part of their strategy. Peterobi has never gone to any church and tell them to vote for him because he's a Christian. He never does that. He never does that. Or to vote, that they should vote for him because of his ethnicity. He never does that. He is the only presidential candidate throughout the campaign that keep on hammering that do not vote for me because I'm a Christian. Do not vote for me because I'm from Southeast. Vote for me because I'm competent, capacity. I have the transparency to run this country. Now look at Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu ran his campaign right from the primaries on religion and ethnicity. Now we're in the Ramadan period. In the Ramadan period in 2022, there was a lecture that was held in Osun State. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu was there telling them. It was held by the Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs. You can also go and Google it. He said that they should make sure that a Muslim succeeds Buhari in 2022. He did not stop there. He also used religion to outsmart Vice President Yemi Osinbajo. He used religion to outsmart him. That was how Yemi Osinbajo lost out from the support he was having in the north. He used religion to outsmart him by putting up religious front as a Muslim. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the one that said, "It is my turn, it is Yoruba turn." Yet, you see his supporters telling you that Obidient movement is propelled by religion and ethnicity, when it is not. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu said it. He said, "It is my turn, it is Yoruba turn." It was Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu that brought religion into the centrality of the 2023 presidential election. When he ran a Muslim ticket, which was against the principle of federal character. It was a total disregard of Christian population in northern Nigeria by claiming that there was nobody who is a Christian in northern Nigeria who can be able to serve with him as vice president. Because he was emphasizing that it was based on Shetima's capacity. That was why he picked him. But that's not true. He chose it because Shetima was a Muslim and he was looking for Muslim vote in the north to divide the north along religious line. And of course, he eventually succeeded in doing it. Yet his supporters will tell you that peterobi, the Obidient movement, they move from church to church, which is not true. What you cannot take away from it is that Christians were incensed by Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu's Muslim ticket, which made many of them to gravitate towards peterobi. But yet, many of them still voted for Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, if we are to believe what INEC reported as the outcome of the election. Because Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu even won in Christian-dominated states like Rivers State, Benue State, according to INEC. But of course, that result is being disputed and it's being challenged now in the tribunal. So they were the one that ran on religion and on ethnicity. Look at what happened in Lagos. It is in Ashwani Ahmed Tinubu's base that they were telling certain ethnic group not to come out to vote if they're not going to vote for Ashwani Ahmed Tinubu or his gubernatorial candidate. These are the people who play religious and ethnic card. Because without it, they are absolutely nothing. If Ashwani Ahmed Tinubu was confident of his capacity, integrity, his competence in running Lagos since 1999, he didn't have to go and hire thugs all over, bring thugs from to take over the whole Lagos to force people not to come out and to force people not to vote for any other candidate but for himself and his gubernatorial candidate. The video is everywhere. This is not, the international community saw it. It's written, it has already been written by the New York Times, Washington Post, everywhere. They were the ones that ran on religion and ethnicity. And without it, they have nothing else to sell. Then we talk about the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, who stood in the presence of the whole world, so to say, and said that what the country needs now is a northern president. And of course, that he is the one. So what the country needed was a northern president who is accepted nationwide. If that is not playing ethnic card, I don't know what is. This same man said nothing when Mahdi Shehu, one of his major campaigners, campaigned and demarcated and tried to demarcate peterobi in the presence of northern people, saying that peterobi is fighting for the interest, is fighting for the interest of Catholics, and that peterobi is a Biafran at heart. That is another way of playing ethno-religious card. Did Atiku Abubakar call Mahdi Shehu to order? Of course he did not. He allowed it, hoping that it will help him win. Just the same way that Ashwani Ahmed Tinubu allowed the ethno-religious violence in Lagos until his candidates eventually won. And then he came out to say that what we need now is peace, that we should come together. But he waited. He saw it because it went viral. Videos of people, of Ashwani Ahmed Tinubu and Sanwo-Olu supporters going from street to street, telling the Igbos in Lagos that if they're not going to vote for APC, and they love themselves, that they better not come out on election day. Those of them that defied that order were brutalized, and some lost their lives. And that's why he didn't say anything until after the election, when he already has the prize of Lagos governorship election in his hands. He now came out to talk about unity and moving the country forward. It is people like him and their supporters who are spreading the fake news that the Obidient movement is propelled by a religion. No, it is not. It is propelled by New Nigeria. And peterobi represents a typical example of the New Nigeria. He was the only person throughout the campaign who said, do not vote for me because I'm from the Southeast. Do not vote for me because I'm Igbo. Vote for me because I have the capacity, I have the competence. Even when he was in a church, he kept on hammering on that. If he ever talk about politics, he said, this election is about competence, capacity, character we can trust. Or he told them to take back their country. Basically, that was it. He never asked for favors based on religion. But many Christians tilted towards him. In fact, you don't need to, because if you look at the Muslim ticket of Aswad Bola Ahmed Tinubu, it was a deliberate assault to the sensibility of Christians. They don't need anybody to tell them that they should vote against such a mandate. And many of them did vote against it. Of course, the result is now being disputed, because even those who voted against it in many states have their results allegedly turned upside down in favor of the ruling party that they voted against. So we have to take these facts and let it sink in that those who use religion and ethnicity were the PDP and the APC presidential candidates in the last election, and not peterobi and his Obidient movement. Those were the most patriotic Nigerians you can ever see anywhere. And they represent the hope for a new Nigeria. The new Nigeria we're talking about, they epitomizes it. You see people from all over Nigeria. From all over Nigeria. Even Rabbi Kwankwaso, when he was at Chatham House, he tried to play an ethnic card against peterobi, saying peterobi that peterobi is a local champion, sort of. But even with the doctored election result that INEC has brought out, between peterobi and Rabbi Kwankwaso, who is now a local or ethnic champion? These are people that will go out there and they talk about peterobi using religion. Meanwhile, that is the only way they survive in the political terrain, religion and ethnicity. And peterobi is right. Nigerians are determined for a new Nigeria. Those who try to paint the Obidient movement with ethno-religious brush will not succeed. They will fail. They will continue to fail. Thank you for watching this video. And if you are new to my channel and you have not yet subscribed to my channel, subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you.